Welcome, everyone. Good morning. I've met most of you. I know I haven't met all the virtual people, but hi, my name is Diana. I've been in mystery shopping for 19 years. I started as a shopper. Yes, I'm not old. I started as a shopper just like you guys. I had my kids with me, just like Carrie's story, very, very similar. My greatest love about mystery shopping is all of the people. So not only the people that I work with, but all of you fine folks that I get to meet and talk with and interact with all the time. I'm a senior account manager here at Ipsos. I have a full gambit of projects, and in my spare time, I am animal welfare. Love kitties, so yep.
Nice. I'm Emily. I think I've met everyone also. I've been in the mystery shopping world for about 11 or 12 years now. Started out as a scheduler, moved into editing, and now I'm a field coordinator managing different projects with Ipsos. And in my free time, I am an amateur powerlifter. Yeah, so if anyone wants a push-up contest, find me later.
Oh, somebody back there's.
I see you back there. I see you. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to do like an overall what mystery shopping is, what a mystery shopper does, and why, basically, how the whole program works. We're going to go into creating your business, as Carrie talked earlier. We're going to get a little more in depth into that, and we'll finish up with some Q&A. So this is a question that I get asked all the time, because whenever someone asks me, what do you do for a living? And I say, do you know what mystery shopping is? About half the time they know, right? It's a little bit of a niche thing. So it's simple. We have everyday customers go into stores and we pay them to audit the customer service, the merchandise. They have the full regular everyday experience. And then they just fill out a report and we pay them for their work. But why, right? Why mystery shopping? What's the point of all of it? So businesses can't really evaluate their own customer service themselves, right? A manager walks into a store, everyone's on their best behavior, customer service perfect. That's not really an accurate view of what's going on. So if we can get mystery shoppers, everyday customers walking in, experiencing the store, experiencing customer service, then they can fill out that report, give that data to the businesses, the store managers, owners. They can collect all of this information and change the way they're training their employees. They can change their merchandising. They can, make all these impacts purely from your experience as a mystery shopper. Diana gave me a look. I'm so sorry. So what does it look like really for you? The beautiful thing about this is that it is gig work, right? Like that's kind of the word that we use. You pick one shop up, complete the shop, you're done, you move on to the next. It's not a carrying through thing. You are done. You don't have to think about that one again. Fitting it into your schedule is the most beautiful part of this, right? It's so flexible. I myself am a single mom and I have 2 little kids. So I'm doing nothing after 4:30 p.m. It's just not going to happen. Diana also has a different life, right? So she can do shops at nighttime. She does a lot of nighttime shops. So you can fit it into your schedule in any possible way. It's so versatile.
Oh, you'll hear a lot of key terms that we'll talk about today. You might not be familiar with all these. These are kind of, some of these are general for regardless of what mystery shopping company you're working with. Some of them are Ipsos specific, but a few that I just wanted to highlight. MSP, that's the mystery shopping provider. That's the company you're doing the gigs for. Another one is platform. So we have 3 platforms. A platform is nothing more than the website that you find the shops on. The reason we have 3 is that we allow our clients to kind of pick which platform works the best for their needs. For you, it's more opportunities. So it's really great. They are Presto, Sassy, and Shopmetrics. And then the job board is simply the place once you log into those websites where you find the shops, you'll click on a board. Each shop is there listed with all the details. Oh, sorry. Thank you. And the last one I kind of wanted to highlight today was a quality control validator. So that's an Ipsos-specific term. It's also known as an editor. And those are the people that are reviewing your shops to make them client ready after you submit them.
And I'm going to go into some must-haves. These are really general for any mystery shopping provider and basically any job out there, really. 18 years and older, a valid social security number, a smart device capable of taking good photos. Basically, any shop you're going to do, you're going to need a photo of something. So it's really important to have that. Reliable transportation. Again, you don't really need to own a car necessarily. You do need to have a car when you do your gas and oil shops, which I talk about at 3:15. Remember that? Otherwise, you just need to get where you need to be on time. Good written and verbal communication. Again, you're interacting with people in person. You're going to fill out reports for us. We want to make sure what you're saying is clear to us from your experience. Reliable internet, of course. The whole world is on internet these days. And specifically for us, PayPal account, we mostly pay through PayPal. I can't speak to every other MSP, but that's what we need. So how does it work? This is a general overview of how every mystery shop will go, just from start to finish. You'll log into those job boards on the portals. Every job is listed individually, and you'll see a payment and a reimbursement listed, so you know exactly what job will fit for you. You can then either apply or self-assign. Some shops have schedulers, so the scheduler will assign you after you apply if you fit that role. You'll get the shop, read your shopper guidelines, take and pass a certification if it's needed. Not every shop has a quiz, but a lot of them do. Go out, complete your shop, submit your survey. After the validators go through and approve, then you can get paid. We advise going slow, right? This is like a very exciting thing, especially when you start. When I first started, I wanted all the food shops. So I saw like every restaurant shop out there, which is my thing. I spread myself too thin, right? So you pick one at a time, get your feet wet, feel what it's like to do it, and then slowly build from there. The job portals that we're talking about, this is like a screenshot we have. The beautiful thing is you can search anywhere, right? I know a lot of you guys travel a lot. You do routes, you drive cross country. You can search wherever you're going, wherever you're going to be, and find a job in that area.
And just before Emily moves on, this image that's here on the board, that's one of our job boards. And all those bubbles are shops. And if you were to zoom in, you'll see some of them say like 22, 45. Like that's a lot of gigs and work and money just ready for you guys to go ahead and grab it.
So we've assigned the shop, right? You got confirmation. You're going to go do this shop. Read your shopper guidelines. I am very passionate about these shopper guidelines. We write these guidelines, right? It's a team effort, but we're writing kind of like the bones of it all. It takes a lot of time, and we really care about them. So please read through your guidelines. They're going to be on every shop you get, and they do change, right? So you may have done 30 BPs. We still want you to check and look through the guidelines. If anything's changed, it'll be updated there. Just a little overview when you open up those guidelines. The top portion is like a general thing, right? Pose as a shopper, you're going to go buy some paint, right? Go during these hours. The body then is a step-by-step. Show up, enter the store, find someone in the paint department. If you can't find someone, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole, every step you need to make will be written out for you. We also have, my favorite section is the what if section. So it's like, what if you show up and they now sell mattresses? Like, what do you do then? We don't want you guessing when you're out there, right? That's the worst feeling. So we try to prepare you fully with these guidelines. They're super important. And if there is a quiz, all of the answers will be in those guidelines for you. Now, we do have some misses. I can admit I've missed some things on guidelines before too. The key is read them days before you go. If you have questions, you have time to reach out. Again, we don't want you guessing, right? So read them thoroughly. And if there's something that we haven't explained, send us an email. Be like, I don't understand. I need an answer.
So, okay, you've done your shop now. It's time to submit it. There are a few things that you need to know with that. We want to make sure that you're giving your feedback in an objective manner. You're not giving us your opinion on how you feel about how the chicken tasted, because we just want to know if it was hot and fresh. There will be times where you'll be able to give your opinion, and we love to hear that. But for the most part, you're going to remain objective when you're filling out that survey after your shop. You're going to make sure that your pictures are clear. If you're not sure, take extra pictures. There's nothing worse than submitting a shop and realizing you don't have a picture that you need. Then what do you do, right? Take extra pictures if you need to. Make sure they're clear. Make sure they're uploaded to your survey in the right format. They're not upside down. All of this stuff is going to help your shop be validated faster, be more accurate. Another thing is to save your survey as you go, that you don't want to get to the end and lose your work. Before you submit it, make sure that you're doing a spell check. It's in there. Sassy has a spell check. There's really no reason to not spell things correctly. And then just double check your answers before you click that submit button to make sure that there's no contradictions. Again, all of this is going to help it get through the validator and get you paid faster. So a pro tip here is that reports are reviewed in the order that they are received, right? Our quality control validators go through, they review everything. They will kick stuff back to you if they have questions. Make sure you're watching your email to answer those questions in a timely manner. All of that stuff is just going to help your shop get through to being paid faster. Ipsos does pay weekly. So I'm super proud of this, honestly. We're one of the fastest paying mystery shopping companies in the industry. Over the holidays, November and December, we pay twice a week. You literally can do a shop and get paid 3 days later. So it's really good. And that's for our Sassy and ShopMetrics platforms. Those we pay by PayPal. If you're signed up with Presto, they already pay twice weekly, and you can pick the way that you want to be paid. There's several different options, one of which is like an Amazon gift card. So pay does vary based kind of on the complexity. As some of you guys know, the location, if you're going to a more remote place, it could pay more, and kind of what's involved in the shop. So a little bit about your mystery shopping business. I'm going to build on what Carrie said about your brand. So when you think about your favorite brand, it's probably something that you love because it's consistent. You know you're consistently going to get a good quality product. We're going to use McDonald's as an example. Whether you love it or hate it, you might know that the fries are always going to be good, right? That's consistency. And if they're not, they're going to tell you, oh, our shake machine is down today. They're going to be transparent with you. As a shopper, that's what you want to do. You want to be consistent. You want to be transparent with us. If something comes up, we know your kid is sick. Emily talked about her children.
Oh my God.
Let us know. Use good communication. That's all we ask. And submit your work on the date that you promise that you'll do it. That's what it's about, right? So a couple of things to know when you're creating that brand is you are considered an independent contractor. You're not an employee of any mystery shopping company that you work with. And the reason, that matters is that you will have to provide your personal identification information. So make sure you're doing your research there, that you're working with a company that's safe and provides you a safe space to do that. And you should never, and I repeat, never, pay to be part of any mystery shopping panel, okay? Nobody should charge you to do work for them. It's free. A pro tip here we have is to create a small business out of mystery shopping. Carrie touched on this already. Creating a small business allows you to create a tax identification number. That means you can use that instead of your personal social security number to keep everything separate. So whatever you do in your real life versus your mystery shopping world, you can keep that tax identification number. You use that when you register and keep that separate from your social. We also recommend that you make an email address just for mystery shopping. I would not recommend making it say Alex is a mystery shopper at yahoo.com, because at some point you might have to use that email address for some shop, and that's a giveaway that you're a shopper. So just make it something that allows you to keep everything separate from your personal life. So Emily already talked about starting slow, doing your research. Pick a few companies to start with. You do the MSPA, if you're not familiar with it, the MSPA website is like the Better Business Bureau for mystery shopping companies. They list all kinds of reputable companies there. Ipsos is there. We're very proud to say that we've been chosen 6 years in a row as the shopper's choice, which means you guys love working with us as much as we love working with you. So thank you for that, okay? Do your research. Make sure that the company, when they pay, they're a valid company. They're not charging you to shop with them. I'm going to say it again. You shouldn't pay. Okay? And the last is add additional companies as you get comfortable. So I just want you guys to go out and have fun. Make mystery shopping whatever you want it to be. A full-time gig, a part-time gig, a once in a while. You can fit it anywhere in your life. Meet people, mingle, talk about it. Enjoy it. We're glad you're here today. Thank you.
So much. Once again, guys, Emily, Diana, excellent job, you guys. So what I'm back up here to do is we're going to do a little Q&A with y'all. Something I forgot to mention to my friends here live. Keep that little card, the QR code that we scanned early on. Feel free to ask questions live during any of our sessions. We have a team here that's going to be fielding all of these questions. So during these little Q&As at the end, something gets brought up, you want us to circle back on, let us know, drop us a line. We'll go ahead and add you to the queue here. That being said, first question up here. My biggest frustration is waiting for applications to be approved. Why can't more shops be self-assigned if we have a long history and high scores for other mystery shops?
Sometimes we need to screen we're looking for certain things. We might be looking for a certain age, or we might be looking to see if you have a certain kind of car. We can't just let you self-assign those type of shops. We have to kind of ask a few questions up front. So that's why those ones would be like application only.
All right, excellent. Question here from Steve. Many jobs have ranking questions, satisfied, fair, etc., or ranking your experience from 1 to 10. Do you give some guidelines as to assigning these ratings to gain consistency?
It's just your feeling. It's just how you feel about your interaction. I think there's 5 questions at the end of a lot of the surveys.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how you feel. How did you feel about your interaction? There are no guidelines. That really is a feeling.
Yeah.
So
trust your gut.
Trust your gut. Yeah.
Heard that.
No right or wrong answers.
All right, another question here. Why can't validators or editors give me more feedback about my reports? I'm just trying to get better, but sometimes they can be pretty vague. Didn't say these are going to be easy questions.
Okay. As an independent contractor, we are legally not allowed to train you. So that crosses over into something we would do for an employee. We do have to keep our feedback sort of generic-ish. If there's something big, so we do give a score to every shop. If there's something big, like you're getting a 7 or below, we will give you some feedback on hey, there were some inconsistencies, or this picture wasn't clear, that type of thing. So we do what we can within the laws of independent contractors.
Yep, staying within the guidelines, sure. Here's kind of a big one. Do people get fired based on my reports?
That's for you, Em.
Okay. So, like I said before, it's used for training, right? All of this data is used for training, using for changing merchandise. It's for making these better impacts into the store.
Okay.
I can't say it never happened.
Yeah, I'm not on the side of the firing people. But
it could happen. That's not what we're out to do. We're out to give companies the feedback, like Emily said, that helps them improve. What they do with that feedback is really sort of up to them. There are some compliance shops, like purchasing alcohol when you're not of an age, that there could be an impact like that. If somebody's sold to somebody underage, sure.
At the end of the day, we're here to play the messenger sort of thing.
Yeah, we're the messenger, right?
How do you register a small business? Do you have to do it via an accountant or a lawyer if you're a mystery shopper?
No, not at all. You go on to, I don't even know, there's a website, Google search it, how to register small business. I believe it's free. I have a tax ID number. I don't use my own personal social for mystery shopping. You don't need anything fancy.
Right, register as an LLC.
I just register.
I'm sure we're going to touch on that a little bit later on.
And it's not instant, but once you have it, use it on all the places that you shop.
Another one here is a notification sent out when a payment's being made. So if I do a shop and I'm getting my payment, am I going to get a heads up on that, an ETA?
Well, when we make that payment, absolutely. It comes from PayPal, and it'll just say, hey, you got paid from Ipsos. It'll tell you there's an invoice number, and you can go into your account and look at what shops were paid. So the record keeping part of it, we don't give you a list of every single shop, but you can go in and see the paid on dates for your stuff and tell what you're paid for on that cycle.
Heard that. Here's an interesting one. How, what's the best way to navigate a bribe when evaluating? Let's say,
Um,
listen, these are questions that we're getting out here. Come on, people want to know. Yeah. Say I'm like giving a review score.
Yeah.
It's a revealed audit type thing, and we know that, let's say in our gas station, they're not exactly doing things the right way. Hey man, listen, I'd really love it if you give my store a 10 out of 10. Well, how do we navigate that?
I mean, you're going to have to say no, thank you. And you have to say that you're there to evaluate the location. You have a letter of authorization in situations like that. So the person you're talking to knows what you're there to do.
Also, just to add, you don't know the outcome of their score. So you might know they're not getting a 10 out of 10, but you don't know if that means they're getting an 8 out of 10 or a 9. You guys don't have you don't see the score at the end.
Right.
You're just there to do your job without in anybody's opinion. It's black and white when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Right, like regardless of
Regardless.
what we score them at the end of the day,
Don't
it's
do
going
it.
to be down to the
Also,
client to.
If we find out that you do that, like you can't shop for us anymore, right? So that's when Carrie touched on like every action has a reaction. Don't do it. It's just not worth it.
Accepting bribes generally frowned upon. Okay,
Yeah,
good to know. Good to know.
generally.
Just in life
Right.
itself,
Generally.
it's probably a good idea to
Good to know. Good to know. I'll write that one down for myself.
Give me back that money.
So you said you don't want us guessing, but what happens if we run into something that we don't expect and it isn't in the guide?
Well, this
Contact
can
Emily.
happen. You can email me personally, Emily.Barnes. We do our best. That's what I said. We do our best in our guidelines. You may come into a situation that we could not have predicted either. You have to reach out to us, reach out to your project manager, reach out to your editor, whoever you're in contact with, and just send a simple question. And we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Make a note in your shop even that this happened. I wasn't sure what to do, and then we can reach out to
The
you.
more detail, the better. Always.
Yeah, we do check those comment sections. So
Yes,
that's
we do.
also, yeah.
Yes.
We do.
Make sure to let
Don't
us know.
put any swear words in there.
Try your best.
They would never.
Yeah, courtesy. Another question here. Is there a good way to schedule routes? If I'm working on different programs, is there an easy way to coordinate routes between different schedulers?
Build your relationships. That's it. I know you do, ma'am. She works with many, many schedulers and many project managers, right? Sorry, I'm pointing. Anyway, build those relationships. Once you have those relationships and you know what's going on, you'll be able to email those schedulers or field managers before the shops are even on the field and say, I know so-and-so is starting. What you got for me? Build them up.
And we talk to each other all the time.
Yeah.
So reach out to me. You're doing shops for me. Say, hey, I'm in this area. Is there anything else I can pick up? And I'll say, Diana, I have somebody out in Missouri.
Yep.
Can you get me some shops for these people?
Very good.
You know, we always want to fill the shops.
Yes.
That's what we're all trying to do.
Yes, we have the same goal, right?
Communication, name of the game, of course. Another question here. When getting paid via PayPal, there will be a PayPal fee sometimes. That is true. Is there an alternate form of payment?
No PayPal fee. If you're getting a fee, you're signed up for the wrong side of the wrong type of PayPal account. There's no fee. You do sometimes have to log into your account and claim that money for it to appear in your account. If you don't do it in 30 days, it'll come back to us. And that happens, and we'll make it right if you tell us, but there's no fee to get paid from us by PayPal.
Good to know. Good to know. If I get a scam offer from someone pretending to be Ipsos, how do I report that?
Well, you can send it right to us. Yeah, mystery.shopping@ipsos.com, or any one of us, always please communicate with us. We're here to talk to you.
And just one more thing to add, if you feel like it's a scam, it probably is. Don't send anybody money like through Western Union or whatever those things are that happen. Ask first. We'll do a little research for you, and then if it's ours, we'll be able to tell you instantly. If it's ours, yes, that's real. You can do it.
Sure thing. Sometimes I have a question about the shop before I commit to the shop. When emailing the question to where I'm told to, I rarely get an answer. What should we do in that case? Yeah.
Yes, we do drop the ball sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes we take too long to answer you. There are a lot of emails coming in at once, and they do get filtered to the right people, right? And there's no excuse, really. Sometimes we drop the ball. A lot of stuff going on, but plan ahead also. But, keep reaching out. There are multiple people to talk to. We all talk to each other. We forward questions to each other. If someone sends one to me, I'll get in touch with the right person and be like, listen, this is urgent. Please respond.
Right. And of course, I think from my own experience of being a mystery shopper, sometimes there is a little bit delay in communication. Very rarely, in my own experience, have I been penalized on that. I've been waiting for an answer from,
Of course.
my
Try to work
program
with it.
manager. Just
Yeah.
We're not jerks.
communicative, right?
No,
We
we're
do- we
humans.
do try to work with
It's a human business.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And also, please don't email us 4 times or 5 times at midnight. We won't see it until the next day. Like, we do try to sleep sometimes.
Just sometimes. Sometimes. Another question here. The new website format makes it more difficult to see multiple jobs easily. Is there a way to see a list of multiple shops with vital information at a glance?
Isn't there a list view in like shop metrics?
I guess it depends.
Yeah, there's a list view in shop metrics. You can, instead of looking at that map that we showed you, there's a list view. There's also a filter. So if you're seeing all of one type of banking shop that I won't name while I'm up here, you can just filter out and see the other things. So sometimes we have more shops than we need on the board to give you guys choices. So you'll see a lot of one type of shop. So you can filter and get rid of that stuff and see just what you want. So absolutely.
All right, Emily, Diana, thank you guys so much. Guys, let's give it up.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job.